Hey everybody, it is Kate Weatherwise, your favorite weather girl, coming to you on Sunday, December 7th, 2025. It is 2:30 on the Pacific Coast. It is 5:30 on the East Coast, and we are going to talk about the weather, update a little bit to the forecast for the next few days, maybe out into the end of the week. We'll see how far along I get. I don't want to make this video too long, but we have a little bit of an update. I just highlighted in a different video about the weather that is continuing to come in to the Washington coast, bringing in that Pineapple Express, that atmospheric river, all the way out in the Pacific Ocean into the Washington coast. And it's not going to stop anytime soon. And it's bringing lots and lots of rain to Western Washington, all of Western Washington. And then the Cascade Mountains sort of block that a little bit. So the storms kind of are going up and over. And then they're dumping a little bit of rain, not a ton of rain, but enough rain in the inland Northwest to be a little bit of a headache, but it's not, but it's warm for everybody. So it's rain for everyone except for the mountains. The mountains are seeing good amounts of snow, which is good, but we're going to detail what the rest of the country is looking like. And right now I'm going to take you to the satellite imagery so we can take a look at that really quick. This is what it looks like at the moment. We have this system that's off the Florida coast, and I will show you, see this last little bit of the satellite and this sort of blow up of clouds. I'm going to show you what's going on down here in Florida. I'm going to show you what's going on up here into Pennsylvania, Ohio, and New York. And then we're also going to take a look at what's going on out here on the Pacific coast that is helping to fuel these systems that come across the country here. And it's staying north. The systems are not dipping down into the central part of the state of the country and then moving east. They're kind of traversing to the north and then kind of coming down this way. So I will show that to you as well. But let's take a look at the worldly satellite imagery right now and look at what is happening. This is that Pineapple Express that I wanted to show you. This is almost all the way out to the Philippines, and then it comes all the way east, and it's coming into the Washington coast. This is a pretty impressive fetch of moisture. Now, if you animate this, it is just coming straight for the west coast of Washington, and it's just going to dump lots and lots and lots of rain yet again. Now, I'm going to take a look at what is happening to the nation currently. This is the rapid refresh model that I like to use to gauge what is the next, 48 hours of weather going to look like. Here's that system that's draped over North Florida and off the coast of Georgia and South Carolina and North Carolina. And then here's that system up here in the Pacific Northwest that's bringing snow to higher peaks in the mountains and rain to Western Washington, although right now they're getting a break. And then Eastern Washington is seeing a break right now. We just had a good bit of rain go through, and now that is starting to fizzle out, and will be rain-free the rest of the night tonight, and then rain will pick up again tomorrow. And then here's the snow I was just talking about, and the colder air that is starting to invade. Not starting to, it's been like this for a little bit, but continues to come down from Canada. And we're going to advance this forward, and we're going to see how this is down here. Let's go take a look at radar right now. And here is Florida. We're going to zoom in on Florida. This is a special marine warning that has been put out by the National Weather Service, and we're going to take a look at their radar. Zoom in here, and you can see how this tail right here coming down, this has the biggest bang for your buck. The most let me go out a little bit. The most bang for your buck. So from about Tampa, St. Pete, north into the North Panhandle of Florida and across Florida, you guys are going to see pretty good thunderstorms and some rain overnight tonight. Some pretty heavy rain. And if this were in the dead of summer, I'd be saying, okay, let's hurry up and get this system over over the land, so this doesn't have a time to develop into something tropical. But since it's December, the water's still pretty warm out here, actually, but we are seeing cooler waters, and this is not going to have a chance to develop. But this is a special marine warning that's out for the next hour, 34 knot winds, and this is the mesoscale discussion, or the convective discussion, talking about this line that's coming in and this line too. So you're going to see a lot of thunder, or hear a lot of thunder and see a lot of lightning for the next several hours in this part of the country. Now we're going to go north, and we're going to take a look at the areas around where we're seeing snow. And this is what that looks like. It's pretty light in nature, but there are reports of it. Let's click on one of them to see what is actually happening on the ground. This is just saying snow is falling. It's not giving me an actual amount. Snow. And this is around the Pittsburgh area. This is all saying snow. So this is what's happening currently. And then we have some snow that's happening up here too. That was happening south of Syracuse a little bit. Here we go. This is a pretty good amount of snow too. Just north of Syracuse, actually, not south of Syracuse. I think this is another snow squall. There's another squall that's, south of Syracuse. But this one is north of Syracuse, and it's heading due east. And it's producing a good bit of snow. Not enough for a snow squall warning, but there's snow around. Now, I'll stop that, and I'll zoom back out. The rest of the country is kind of quiet. There's a little bit of rain in Oklahoma and Arkansas, down into the Texas, around the coast, around Houston, and over here. But the rest of the country outside of the Pacific Northwest is pretty quiet. So let's go back to this rapid refresh to talk about what is going to happen for the next few days. Here's, again, is this system draped over here. This system that's coming through right now in the Pacific Northwest is going to escape over into Idaho and then Montana and give some snow for these guys. This system, and then we have a system that's starting to develop on, let's see, I'm going to get this better into the frame. That is Monday, early Monday morning, overnight tonight into tomorrow morning for you guys in West Virginia, into the eastern part of Kentucky, into Virginia, and into the southern part of Maryland. By early morning, you're going to see some snow. So the northern parts of Maryland, the system is going to stay further south, so you're not going to see anything. But the southern part of Maryland, down into like Ocean City, down into Assateague and Chincoteague Island in Virginia even, you may see some rain out of the ocean. But you go a little bit further inland to Richmond and Roanoke, especially out here in the southwest corner, you're going to see some snow. Even into eastern or western North Carolina. And as this goes forward in time, even the North Carolina-Virginia border, you could see some snow too. So this little system is going to give you some snow through the day tomorrow. And then as you see, another system starts to unfold and a low pops in, coming down. All of these systems are going up and then coming down, following this line where the jet stream is. And there's going to be another system snow that comes in to the lake area, to northwest lower Michigan, up into Canada. And that's going to be for Tuesday. And then here's another system, cold to the north, mix in the middle, rain to the south, which is usually not happening this time of year in Montana and to the Dakotas. But we have that amplification of a high to the west. We have a trough in the east that's allowing the cold air to infiltrate and filter down to the eastern side of the country. And the amplification is allowing warm air to rise and come up to the western side of the country. And that's just what we have right now for the next couple days. So this system, this is through Tuesday morning. This system gears up and the rain kind of disappears, but that snow rain line is very, very close together. So there's going to be a very distinct line between snow and rain coming through northern Minnesota into Wisconsin. This is Tuesday morning. So, and the next system comes into to the Pacific coast and brings rain to most of the state, and then snow to the higher peaks of the Cascades into northeast Washington and into the peaks of Idaho and western Montana as well. So that is the forecast through Tuesday. Winds are going to be pretty light. This is current winds, pretty light. And then with that system that comes through all over it seems like out over the water. And then this is on, let's see, let's bring this down so you guys can see this. This starts, if you're traveling to Montana, to Wyoming, to the Dakotas, on Monday, so that's tomorrow, you're going to run into some wind. You're going to run into some good winds here. So just be wary of that. If any of you out there watching this is traveling, Montana's going to stay windy for a while, and then to the Dakotas as well. And this is on Tuesday, during the day Tuesday. This system that is going to bring all of that snow up here, and then the rain to the south. In its wake, it's bringing lots of wind to Montana, especially central, eastern Montana, most of North Dakota, most of South Dakota, and most of Wyoming. You guys are going to see a windy day during the day on Tuesday. So, yeah, that covers everything that I wanted to talk about today. Actually, I want to go back over here. Let's see if I can do this quickly. And I wanted to bring this, I'll bring this back into frame. And I wanted to, really quick, this system that is going to bring the snow to the Mid-Atlantic area, the southern Mid-Atlantic area, North Carolina, down into, this area right here. How much snow you guys are looking at tomorrow. So let me go over here really quick and see what it is saying. Okay, see if I can zoom in on this. That's not. Let's go over here. This will be a little bit better, I think. Zoom out, and no, it's not. It's not giving me the total. Normally it gives me, it'll say whether there's going to be a ½ inch, or not. And this is what happens when you don't do this stuff before you get on here, before you do a video. Well, if you're looking, I'm looking at the key down here, and this is through Tuesday morning, and they're saying all of southern Maryland is going to get between, there's some purple, so 3-4 inches, 2-3-4 inches of rain for this area, or of snow, sorry, 2-3-4 inches of snow for this area. So that's not too bad for West Virginia, and even into the North Carolina-Virginia border, and into western North Carolina and the far eastern Kentucky. So there you go. That is your snow forecast. And then, of course, we've got tons of snow up north here, and we've got tons of snow in the Cascades of the Pacific Northwest, which you can't see. There we go. There we go. Okay. Well, that is it, guys. That is your weather update for Sunday, December 7th. And Thanks for coming along with this journey with me. I really appreciate it. This is a lifelong passion for me. I love talking about the weather. Anybody who knows me even a little bit will learn about me very quickly that I am very weather centered. I have been deeply involved in weather since my earliest memory of the weather is about 5 years old, and just being passionate about it my entire life. So this is really fun for me, and I could talk about it for days and days and days. Weather forecast, current weather, what's coming up, all those things. I could talk about it for days and days and days. So thank you for going on this journey with me. Please like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel, share it with all the people you know, because I will get more involved. I will get better at it. I will, talk about all the things more and more and more coming up. And it just really helps me to get exposure when you all like, share, comment, subscribe, and just talk about it. Talk about my channel, Kate Weatherwise. I want Kate Weatherwise to become a household name. That's my goal. All right, guys. Well, that is it for now. And I will be back with further updates as we move along in this week, because this, no doubt, up here is the weather that's coming into the Washington coast is going to affect the rest of the country. Most likely right now, just the northern part of the country. And then we'll just move on from there. And we're getting closer and closer to Christmas. So I, of course, will be talking about Christmas forecasts coming up and all of that good stuff. All right, that is it for now. This is Kate Weatherwise signing out.